Hello you beautiful people and welcome to season 2 of Someone Else's Story. Thank you train, keep it up, come on, keep that trainer coming. I am so sorry it has been so long, it was not my intention. You may be aware that a little thing called the year 2020 came along and got in the way. Anyway, but we are back, we are here and we are so ready to share some more stories with you. No one renewed us, I just decided to do another one and Dom said yes. Here we are! So, the current date is the 3rd of November. Now at the weekend it was announced that the country is going into another lockdown. That wasn't planned when we planned this episode, but it feels mildly apt. What we are going to do today, you beautiful people, is offer up an insight and some reflections of what people discovered and learned in the last lockdown. And I hope it offers you a little bit of thinking material for our next. Hi! Transitional? Surprising.
Disastrous.
Growth.
Yes.
Different. Challenging.
In one word.
Yeah.
Unexpected.
Delightfully sensible.
My name is Joshua Da Costa and I'm an actor and online personal trainer.
My name's Victoria. I used to work in a hotel, but as of Monday, I actually started a Christmas retail job. Okay.
Hello, I'm Naomi and I'm an actor.
My name is Paul and I'm from Northern Ireland and I am a paediatric nurse.
My name is Marcus J. Foreman and I'm an actor / currently a stay-at-home son due to COVID-19.
I'm Sue Appleby. I'm an actress, singer, musician and singing teacher / vocal coach.
I was sat on the sofa with my housemate when Boris did his speech. We kind of just looked at each other and was like, what are we going to do now?
When the official lockdown happened, I was in my apartment in London because I think at that point everything else work-wise for me had been shut down anyway, so I was kind of sat at home and we knew it was going to happen and we were just kind of bracing ourselves.
I was in the middle of doing a workshop with some fantastic and very talented new directors, and I'd only been back in the country a week and a half from Australia and New York.
I was in Keswick in the Lake District, starting to take a show.
Are you allowed to say what show?
I was in rehearsals for a West End play on our first day. So I was in a theatre in the West End and we got to about 3/4 into our first day and then we were told that we had to go home and that the production company would be in touch.
Where was I? I was in Bromley at home with my girlfriend. We kind of saw it coming. A week prior to that I was in Tina, the musical, which is my acting job, and what was. And essentially, I was there when we got told about theatres closing. We were rehearsing for our second year going forward with that. But yeah.
Well, in lockdown I was quite fortunate to have just moved into a new house. So I managed to unpack, which I won't lie, 6 months later I have not yet finished, and just sort of nest while I had to spend all of that time at home.
I spent a lot of time outside, spent a lot of time within nature, as much as I could living in London.
I went through many phases. Initially there was the stay at home and binge watch the programs, which I've never done. There was a lot of skill sharing going on within the entertainment industry, so I was exchanging dance classes and fitness classes for voice classes and accent classes and singing classes, readings for new writers or established writers or things which had been commissioned before the coronavirus and needed some sort of development time over Zoom, so I was doing a lot of that.
The main big difference in my life was that I started working for Sainsbury's in Sydenham, along with I think, oh God, nearly 100, maybe more performers. The high point so far at Sainsbury's has been when we got a collection of the performers together and we sung Sunday from Sunday in the Park with George at the front of the store just before it opened. It was lovely because to see the managers just suddenly realise what we do, and then there were also other members of staff who we just sort of gave them, you know, music and words, and they joined in with us, and it was, oh my goodness, to sing in a group was so beautiful.
I learned to drop in on a skateboard in the skate park.
I think how important your family and friends are. Shout out to Mum and Dad and Jack and Sam.
That people are paying attention more, or people are being forced to pay attention more. Political, racial, anything really, even health as well, and financial well-being as well, and mental health, so much. People are just kind of, their ears are up, their ears are open, and we're paying more attention in general.
I learned that I'm a bit more resourceful than I ever thought I was, and I won't lie, generally as a rule I'm not a massive fan of my own company. And so living on my own for the first time ever, I learned that I actually can learn to be at peace with myself, and that I can occupy myself without getting too restless and frustrated, which I kind of always thought is what normally happened.
So for me, it was like a personal growth of stopping, learning to stop, reassess, and go forward and conquer.
Yes, baby. To be gentler to myself and to those around me. I feel like London life had made me quite hard and quite go get it. To invest in myself a bit more. Kind of got addicted to doing things that fuel me either creatively or intellectually or emotionally.
I learned how much I love my job when I can do it. Both coaching, singing and performing. Performing just like left a massive gap when that wasn't there. So I learned how important it was to keep that in my life anyway. I just sang whenever I could, just sing big and get that feeling again. It was really, really important. And I learned also like the simple things in life are really beautiful as well. We're very used to the excitement of the audition and the next round and the up and the down, the opening night and you know, but actually playing with my cat, sitting with my husband, those things are just so important.
I hope that we just continue to pay attention to the things that are really important, rather than the things that are just for instant gratification. That's my hope. I have a feeling that it's going to happen, but it's a fight that always has to keep going, I feel.
I hope the industry's okay, that it's able to grow to what it was and even better. I hope not too many people have to leave. I hope that we can hug each other again really soon. I miss hugging people so much. Really miss that.
That I can carry with me the things that I found imperative and important in this time. Family and close community, and being outdoors as much as possible.
I hope that the hospitality industry opens and all the other industries that have been affected.
Personally and globally, I hope that we take all the lessons that we've learned, and I hope that we all just learn to value the real things in life a little bit more.
For one, I hope there's an end to coronavirus in the near future, and I hope that this year we can go forward with being more kind and caring. And I thought that I was quite open-minded and caring and thoughtful as a person anyway, but it's made me realise that we still have a lot more to go. And so I hope that we can continue to go forward with the liberation which we've had happen in 2020 amongst various different fields. And I hope I get a job soon, please.
That the upcoming lockdown will be adhered to by people out there, and that people will use their common sense. I won't lie that the first peak of COVID in the hospitals was probably the most traumatic experience of my whole career. I don't want to have to relive that again, nor do I really want to have to see people unnecessarily suffer and become unwell. So if I have one thing to say is just stay at home. And without wanting to sound like a politician, you know, I think it's a short-term sacrifice for the greater good. And in the longer term, I hope that we can behave ourselves enough so that we can just get rid of this old COVID monstrosity and move forward with our lives and get back to going to restaurants and get back to going to sporting events and to the theatre. And to hugging my friends.
Yes.
Look after yourselves, exercise, eat right, laugh often.
Don't buy all the stuff in the shop, please. And just try and look after yourself, look after the people that you love, and make sure to keep talking to everyone that you care about and reach out and ask if everyone is doing okay when you can.
Create some nice meal plans in terms of just have lots of sweets and chocolate and crisps around. Alcohol stores through the roof.
You have to figure out what you need to survive. Essentially, we're going into survival mode, so we've got to figure out what we need, whether that is a routine, whether that is meditation, whether that is exercise, whether that is good food, and hopefully it should be all of these, because these are the essentials which we need anyway. You need to make your home safe for you, whatever that may mean, and comfortable for you, because you're going to be in it a lot more for the next however many weeks.
Stay in touch with people. Don't isolate yourself and try and make contact as much as you can. I've seen so many people struggle with their mental health. I've kind of questioned my own at times because we've gone through something so unprecedented and something that we've never really experienced in our lifetimes. Buy some warm clothes and get outside as much as you can in the winter.
Yes. Yeah. Love that. Be so gentle to yourself. Don't expect too much of yourself.
If you're down, allow yourself to be down and then work out whatever way you can come back up again. What brings you back up? For me, I'd sing, or I'd play with the cat, or I'd go out for a walk in the park with my husband. Doing what we do is amazing. Performers are resilient as hell. Incredible people. And we will come back.
Yes, sir.